Hello and welcome. I'm the Theory Detective. In these lessons we'll uncover the mystery of music theory. Now that we have all of the notes, let's figure out how to read the music. Because just like we say words and then we can write them and read them, we also sing or play the notes and can write them and read them. Music theory is all about reading the music on the page and deciphering it there. So let's figure out how we actually do that. First, we use a foundation. This foundation is built up of 5 lines, and in between the lines we have spaces. They look like this. Line 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines, or I should go from the bottom up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines, and 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. If a note is on a line, then we call it a line note. If a note is on the space, we call it a space note. Now then, to figure out which notes actually go with which lines or spaces, then we use what we call a clef symbol. It's basically a symbol that's founded in a particular note, either G or C or F or any note you like. There are 3 standard clefs. They're the most common clefs. For now, we're going to do 2 of them, one in this lesson and one in the next. So our first clef is what we call the G clef. I'll put him a little line across. The G clef originally looked like a G, but then it got switched around and swirled a bit. So it now looks like its own thing. This symbol here is the G clef. So you can see it kind of starts out looking like a G and then gets fancy. Now if the G clef is right here on the staff, then we call it the treble clef. So you see it has this line going through it, and then this line and that line kind of even it out. This line right across here, because it's in between this swirl, put it down here, because it's in between this swirl, we know that this line is our G. Treble clef. Now, this is a very important word in music. It actually means high. So this clef is what we use for high voices, high instruments, or the right-hand part to a keyboard instrument, such as the piano. So there's our G, and there's the swirl. Now remember the musical alphabet. We say it over and over and over again. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So after G on the space would be an A, and then a B on the line, and then a C on the space, and then here on a line would be the D, space, E, line, F, and finally space sitting on top would be G. So let's put some notes up there. I'm going to do them out of red. So right here is your G, the G on the treble clef. Way up here would also be your G. I'm going to color it in nice and dark for you so we can see it. Remember, the swirl goes around the second line, counting from the bottom, 1, 2. So that line goes through the G, and there's our G right there. And also sitting on top is our other G. Just kind of sits right there on top of the treble clef. That means that there are 2 G's prominently placed on the treble clef. One here and the other there. Now, like I said before, treble is used for high voices, high instruments, and the right hand or the high part of the piano. So we also have a definition for that as well. Treble means high. There we are. Now, if you're making flashcards, which is really good to do with all of these new concepts and terms, go ahead and write out staff and then put 5 lines. You can also write 5 lines, 4 spaces if you want as well. Take another one out and very carefully draw a treble clef and write on it treble, or if you want, treble clef, and put on the back high. You can also make a third flashcard to say G clef and just put the treble symbol there, or the G clef symbol. Now, if you have music flashcards, you can also get these out and both find, here's our G on the treble clef, and here's our G on top of the treble clef. So both of these add to your practice pile. So that actually gives us 6 now to practice with. Do them as much as you can until they become very easy. And as always, have a great day.